I know. Yeah, I get thinking, is there anything so now?
Wow, the office got super quiet. You guys are amazing. How's everyone today? Good. Come on, we can do better than that. How's everyone this afternoon? Well, we finally hit it. October is upon us.
Yes.
Halloween, roots and goblins. Well, I definitely appreciate you all being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We got a lot of great stuff for today's team meeting. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Come on. How are you guys? You know how we do it here at the South Bay office. Let's go in, hey, where's our mission? I think Nat is jumping the gun. There we go. 1 second, let me just go ahead and clear this. And I apologize. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties with the computer technology. You gotta love it, right? So our mission is to provide agents with a place where they will be empowered, trained, motivated to experience growth, wealth, and a legacy that allows their life live their lives best life possible. Our beliefs: when the values of your own company align with your own beliefs, you know you found your professional home. And our vision: to achieve amazing professionals and personal development so that KW South Bay remains the agency of choice. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. All right, let's continue. Next slide, please. All right, look at all the October birthdays. If you see your name up here, please stand up and wish you a wonderful, happy birthday. Yeah. Look at the list of people here. You know, this will take the whole entire meeting if I say all the names. So, happy birthday to all of the October agents. This is awesome. And I like the Star Wars theme as well. That's pretty cool. So, awesome. All right, Matt, next slide, please. All right, we have our KW anniversary. Look at the list of people. Even Erica Hill's up there, Steve Gottlieb. All right. How many years, Mr. Steve?
20-something.
Amazing. Well, we appreciate you for being part of this amazing organization and part of the office. So again, if you're up on this list, thank you, for aligning yourself and being part of this amazing South Bay office. So thank you. All right, let's continue. Next slide. All right. Many, if you want to come up here as well, we have some awesome announcements. Yeah.
So, escrow is not new to you, and to most of you, Maria is not new to you. But with that being said, we're very proud and excited to make this change, moving up. Where number one, we launched our Pacific Coast and escrow branch. This is our third branch, so it's right now here in the South Bay, upstairs. So give it to Pacific Coast and escrow. Our other two branches are one in the Long Beach office, or next to the Long Beach office, the coastal office, and then up in the valley, the Calabasas office. The Pacific Coastal, it's a DFPI escrow company. Used to be DBO, or what we say, independent escrow company. $5 Starbucks gift card, if you know what DFPI stands for.
FBI, no.
Fire.
Financial
Protection. Institution.
Information.
and innovation. Okay, so give it to five. You don't want it. $5 Starbucks gift card.
You brought them to that.
There's an actual crowd. But what it means is, to simplify the language, it's a much higher regulated and a company that it's being held in higher standards, pretty much like any financial institution in this state, like banks, etc. So it's not just an in-house, right? It doesn't fall only under the broker or records responsibility. It's on a state level, okay? And better protection, better experience, better services, better insurance. And Pacific can also cater and service agents outside of Keller Williams. Well, okay. With that being said, I'm going to introduce and reintroduce. We have Lisa, 40 years in the business, about more or less. Yeah,
Yes.
she only looks much younger than that. She thought when she was about what, 10, 12? About that. And it was legal back then to start that early. And we're very fortunate to be able to bring Lisa over here. She used to run the concierge escrow, right, in Manhattan Beach? Manhattan Beach for many, many years. And now we have Lisa, so give it to Lisa.
Let me know if you need anything or have any questions.
She's here. Well, she right now, she's a branch manager and a senior officer. I'm pretty sure that, if I remember correctly, that both you and Maria started around the same time. Yeah,
Yes, we've actually known each other for about 30 years.
Yeah.
So we worked with each other a long time ago, so
Yeah,
we're excited to work together again.
yeah.
We maintained our friendship through all those years and now we're back together. so-
We're back together.
Yeah. So Let us know.
yeah. And you know Maria,
Yeah.
right? So give it to Maria. And so now we're sitting upstairs, right? So use the stairs or the elevator, whatever is more comfortable. Maria?
We appreciate the support that we have for us South Bay. We also appreciate the support that we are now going to have from you for independent escrow upstairs. So yes, feel free to come upstairs, see us, approach us, ask Lisa a question, me a question. Anything that we can do to help you with your real estate transaction, just let us know. Okay?
And in about a week or so, we're gonna finish the mini construction over here on the main hall. We're building, adding 4 more offices. So once we're gonna finish that, we're gonna schedule out a date in about, give or take 3-4 weeks out. We're gonna have a little happy hour upstairs, like a launch party for the South Bay branch. And a little sushi and some drinks and what have you. So we can invite all of you. But very excited to have you. Thank you for everything that you do for us.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, guys, if you haven't been upstairs, you gotta go upstairs and check it out. I mean, it's revamped. What you saw before and what it looks like today, it's awesome up there. And just go up there and introduce yourself. These amazing professionals and been in the industry for a very long time are here to help and serve your clients, okay? And, with the combined experience that I'm gonna say 80 years of experience, that's a lot of experience behind you protecting your clients. So thank you, ladies. Welcome. And we're super excited about the new relaunch of the escrow division. So we're super stoked about it as well. So thank you. All right, well, let's go ahead and continue. Next slide, please. All right, who's excited about Halloween? Come on. This is one of our biggest events. Halloween office door contests. All right, so if you have an office, or if you want to help one of the fellow colleagues of you decorate my office, guess what? I already have a plan. So by next week, my office is gonna be something special. I'm not gonna say what it is, but don't freak out. Okay? And don't bring the priest. But we're gonna have some good times. So again, and I'll get with you, Steve, in a minute. If you're interested, it's decorating your office, your window, your door, however. The winner will be announced at the Halloween party, okay? And you must, and I repeat, you must be present to win the prize. Yes, Steve?
I have a door and I am so uncreative, so I am willing to be able to sublet my door. Out there. Okay, and I will even honor whatever prize you may win.
Bring your best, be creative, right? Think outside the box, but be spooky and scary, right?
Is my downstairs office only or?
It's upstairs as well. I know the staff will be going upstairs, and if you want to decorate upstairs, by all means. We have upstairs as well, and that includes escrow too, ladies. So everyone is able to participate part of this contest. Okay, any questions regarding this? All right, let's continue. Next slide, please. All right, I'm super excited as well. I mean, there's a lot of activities going on. So our chili cook-off next Wednesday, October 9th. Who's committed to come?
All of us.
Hey, you guys bring some of the best, stuff and, because it's a competition, potluck, it gives us a perspective of the different types of chili you guys have. Yesterday, I was at the Long Beach office and they had some amazing chilies. They had turkey, vegan, they had beef. I think they even had a chicken. All of them were good, but you got to pick one, you got to pick two, and you've got to pick three. So there is a competition as well on that. So other items that you can bring is the baked potatoes, cornbread, salads, chips, tacos. Guess what I'm bringing?
Your plates.
Dessert?
Guess what I'm bringing? What goes with chili?
Oh,
Cheese, yes.
onions.
What goes with chili?
Tequila.
Oh. Margarita.
I'll bring the hot dogs for the chili hot dogs. So I might just still bring a potluck of chili as well too. So, but again, we love for all of you. And you know what, Nat, I forgot my clipboard. Can I have Stephanie bring my clipboard too, please?
Okay, will do.
We need participation. So I encourage you, you know how this office is, right? It's all about the culture. Let's unite together and let's make it a meaningful event, all right? So who would like to participate and bring a dish? It doesn't have to be the chili, but yeah, we're gonna pass out of the list. Just put whatever you want to bring, okay? That'll help with the cook-off and more so just the synergy of all of you guys as well. So, okay, any questions regarding this? And please let us know and email Natalie as well, okay, if you're gonna bring a dish, so we can also keep track, but we also have a clipboard with the list of things that we also would love for you to bring as well. Okay. All right, now let's continue. Next slide. All right, how many people have heard what's going on back east? Okay. So I was on the growth call this Monday and they were talking about devastation. We've had a lot of KW agents who have suffered because of Hurricane Helen. So part of what KW cares is really giving back to our communities and to our people, during this difficult time. Right now, the total assistance that KW care, and this is international, over $60 million, okay? 63 million in total assistance since 2003. The total number of grants awarded was 7 million, and that was back in 2003. So if you have family, friends, or people that that were hit heavily because of Hurricane Helen, this is a great opportunity to give back. They've provided generators. I remember back in 2017, I ended up going to Austin for Mega Camp, but it was not called Mega Camp. It was actually called Mega Relief. And we ended up going to Austin, Texas, and then we had literally hundreds of buses taking us all the way to Houston. We were driving for about 3 hours, and then we're hitting, neighborhoods and debunking homes. Basically, water was halfway up to the top, but that just shows the character of who we are as KW associates, and the importance of, helping one another. It was such a tragic, but it was also a humbling experience for me to witness, how many agents stepped up and were just helping people. And we were literally pulling furniture, photos. I mean, the stuff that is like, oh my God, this can happen to any of us, right? Now, we don't really have hurricanes here, but what do we have here? Earthquakes, right? Yeah. And those are pretty severe. Thank goodness we haven't had one that big, but you just never know. So this is a great opportunity to really just give back and the importance of who we are as a company, right? So if you could do a small donation, we'd greatly appreciate, the office and more so, the people that have been, impacted by this storm.
We contact Natalie or?
Yeah, we can collect the donations and then we will definitely send them out to KW Cares as well. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Next slide. Now we have our guest speaker and also our food sponsor, Edward. Come up here, Edward. He is with homes.com. I had a friendly opportunity to talk to him just before the team meeting, and guess what? They have some phenomenal stuff that are going to impress you. So without further ado, gentlemen, thank you so much. Coming up. Thank you again. Yes, absolutely, my man. Thank you. Yeah. How do, maybe we can get many in here to connect. So you want a mirror?
We can do it that way with HDMI, maybe.
So while we figure out the
Okay.
technical aspect, if you guys don't mind, I'll just start talking to you a little bit about.
If he joins the Zoom and you give him access.
Okay, so what if we jump you on Zoom real quick?
Okay.
Go ahead and continue.
Just so we don't
Sorry, I wish we would have.
waste too much time, I wanted to just kind of give
Sure,
you
you
a
go.
quick introduction of what we're gonna be discussing about. What we're gonna be talking about is our new residential platform, chalkhomes.com.
We're gonna
which has
connect
been around
with him soon
for
so
some
he can
time.
do his
The
presentation.
CoStar Group purchased it about 3 years ago.
I was
And
trying to
did a
connect
complete
this
revamp of the company.
to.
We literally only kept one thing,
Can you just log in?
the
to
name,
Zoom?
homes.com. We got rid of
Yeah, the
everything
link.
else.
No, they didn't
So
send me a
if
link.
you were a subscriber of Homes Snap or Homes in the past, that company no longer
Sorry,
exists.
let me
Now there's
just,
a new company. And it's basically a
So-
residential platform to help promote agents, their listings, and help them win more buyers and sellers. And that's what we're gonna be talking to you guys about. And there's something really cool about what we're doing. And here it is.
I don't know.
It follows the model or philosophy that you're listing, your lead. So if you have a listing, we will put it on homes.com because we pick them up from the MLS and I'll have your contact information on it. Not someone else. And not a random box that says, click here, and some random person will call you back who doesn't know anything about the home. So that's what we're trying to do, right? And this is the way the industry
Okay.
was before the lead diversion companies came out. So they call themselves real estate portals, but they're not. What they are a lead diversion program. The consumer goes on there and clicks, I want to contact someone, and then they have no idea who's gonna call them. Because what these companies do is they'll sell that lead. Sometimes they sell it based on the zip code, sometimes they sell it based on the actual lead. They've changed their program over the years. We have never sold leads. We've been at this since 1987 under the brands that you might know, CoStar, Apartments.com, LoopNet. We don't sell leads. We also don't divert leads. So if it's your listing, it's gonna have your information and the lead will come to you. Also, we will not display an agent in a particular area unless they've done a deal there or have a listing. So you can't come and pay us and say, I want to appear in the Beverly Hills search result. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. They can't come from Beverly Hills and say, I want to appear in Torrance. You can only appear if you've actually done a deal in the last 5 years in that area, or you have an active listing. How are we doing?
Go back. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Exciting, isn't it?
Perfect.
This is not new. This is the way it used to be before these internet portals came out. This is how it is in the rest of the world. This is how it is on the commercial side. So if any of you have ever put anything on LoopNet, it's the same model. Okay, so that's a little brief intro. We're excited because it is disruptive, it's changing the industry. And it seems to be ready, so I'll hand it back over and I will interrupt him from time to time.
Thank you, Aryan. So my name is Edward Demanje. I'm with homes.com. It's a CoStar Group company. And to Aryan, as he just mentioned, our goal is to help you win more listings. That's the focus, especially with all the NAR changes. So we're looking to be a partner with you, right? We want to become your digital marketing partner. So this is the agenda. So, okay. This is the agenda. We're going to address the problem, right? The homes.com philosophy, our CoStar model for success, the fact that we built the best site, our marketing campaign, the audience, and then the membership advantage if you decide to become a member. And then, of course, how we help you win more listings. So let's start with the problem. So the problem, right? We know 100% of home shoppers shop online. 52% actually find their own home searching online, right? You guys work very hard to get listings. So our goal is to make the internet work for you versus some of our competitors, which are lead diversion websites, right? So you get a listing, right? It's basically your sign on the internet, and they basically come and put request tour or contact agent on your sign that you work so hard for. So our philosophy really is your listing, your lead, right? We want to connect you directly with consumers that search, right? We're not here to charge you for leads. We're trying to grow traffic organically.
So Ed, if you don't mind just
Yep, go ahead.
highlight what he said. The problem is not that home buyers start their shopping online. That's not the problem, right? The problem is what happens next. Is there's a disconnect from the time you start shopping online till you go actually buy the home. And the disconnect is you don't even know who you're talking to most of the time, unless you've already picked an agent, right? That's what we're trying to solve. That's what we're trying to fix. And we're trying to do it in this way, letting the consumer be in power, let them choose who they want to work with.
Mhm. So in addition to winning more listings and connecting you with consumers, right? If we were to just look at this, which one is misleading and which one is more honest? Like, if you're a consumer, you want to be connected directly to Ann, not hit contact agent and have like 12, 15 different agents that have paid for the lead. No shame if that's what you're doing, right? It's just from a consumer standpoint, right? If I'm interested in a house, I want to speak to the actual listing agent that's listing that house, that knows the area and is an expert in the area. And I think there's nothing more misleading than having a consumer think that they're scheduling a tour with the actual listing agent, but it's not the actual listing agent. So for those of you that like to, or that say focuses on buyers, right? We have added all the same functionality in the MLS. So all of you have a dashboard, right? We have what we call your buyer, your business. You're working hard, you're out networking, you're meeting buyers, right? The last thing we want is for your clients that have purchased a home from you, or maybe considering to purchase a home from you, or have you represent them, to be poached by other agents. So here's how this works. So for those of you that focus on buyer agency, right, you make a connection on homes.com. Once you do that, your information will replace the listing agent because of that connection, because that's your client. And it'll say, Lisa Miller, your agent, Keller Williams, South Bay, right? So it doesn't matter how many homes that they look at, they're still seeing you, right? So if they have questions, they're reaching out to you.
Because I see your question already. Let me just repeat it, make sure, because we literally said the opposite of what I just said 2 minutes ago. So let me say it one more time. If it's your listing, it's your lead. However, I'm the agent and it's my listing, he's the buyer. He decides that he wants to work with this agent. If they agree to that, mother, there's no forms, there's no contracts, you just send them a link. The agent sends them a link, the
Like a
buyer
LinkedIn
says
request.
connect. Once that happens, then every listing that the consumer clicks on will have that agent's contact information on it. Because the consumer chose that, right? We didn't, CoStar didn't, Homes didn't, right? No one paid us for it. The consumer chose it. So that's the power of this thing. It is your listing, your lead, unless the consumer says, I want to work with a different agent. And then if they do that, it allows the buyer agent to take over the MLS. Every listing on the MLS is going to have their name on it. So I see 2 questions and I'll take it now. That one. Okay, and then you.
So, to be clear, so if you change agents,
Uh-huh.
so what's gonna happen too?
You go to the app and you.
Just
click
disconnect the relationship.
Okay, sorry, my didn't change.
Yeah, kind of like how LinkedIn connections work or.
I was gonna say in modern terms, you just unfollow, right?
Unfollow. Simple as that, okay? But it's very powerful because you could be an agent, I'll come to you in a sec. You could be an agent right now with absolutely no listings, but you're working with several buyers, potential buyers, and you could take over the MLS on homes.com. Go ahead.
If we send a client to You say a lead diversion, if we send.
Zillow, Redfin.
Yeah.
We send a client there, we run the risk of them
100%.
finding another agent. If we send them through our homes.com app,
You're protected.
then they're only gonna.
See you.
I think of what that does for your marketing and for your exposure, right? Everything they touch has your name, your picture, your phone number, your logo, your branding on it.
Mhm.
You got it, absolutely. One more over here.
Just in terms of who does the clicking to unfollow. Is it?
It can happen either way.
Either way.
Mhm.
Either way, you could do it as the agent, the consumer could do it. Whoever does it, the other person gets a notification and says, hey, this person decided this.
Mhm.
Very simple.
Yep. So what does that look
Keep
like?
going, but please keep it interactive. If you have questions, just raise your hand. We'll take it down. We don't have to wait till then.
Yeah. So what that looks like today, as I mentioned, you can see your clients in real time. So every agent has a dashboard. So for instance, you can see when they last logged in, you can see who's currently searching. In this example, Alicia is currently searching. So similar to the MLS, right? If you know your client is searching and you understand their criteria, you can then make recommendations to Alicia while she's searching. So you can say, oh, she's searching. What about this one, and this one? And then send that over to Alicia. And then Alicia will get that in her dashboard or be notified in the app if she's using the app. And then she can easily just make comments, like, dislike, and you're seeing that in real time.
So can we connect it to our current dashboard through KW if we get a membership?
No.
At least not yet.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a good way to say it, at least not yet.
Yeah.
This in itself is kind of like a CRM tool, a client relationship management tool like Salesforce. You'll be able to put notes in there, you can see analytics on what they favorited, what they clicked on, what they searched. All of that will reside on the dashboard.
So if they actually do, if you do all the notes on that and you no longer have that service, it goes with that service, correct?
What do you mean, which service?
So let's say we have KW Connect and we have a way to follow all that stuff. So since you can't connect it, you don't really have a way of updating it, so you have to look in two different areas. Like,
Correct.
if someone's here at KW, they look at their KW and they would also have this membership, but if, let's say they decided not to do this membership. Do we have access to that
Yes.
old information?
Every person who has a listing on the MLS or has closed the deal in the last, again, it was like
5 years.
5 years. Is currently a non-member on homes.com and has access to the dashboard.
Okay,
So if anybody in this room right now has an active listing or is gonna be on the last 5, guess what? You're a non-member and you have access to this dashboard for free, no charge. You just need to sign in, claim your profile if you haven't, check to see if you have any leads, maybe update your photo, update your bio and go from there. And Ed will talk about the differences between non-members and members during this presentation.
All right, so just about CoStar, right? I'm sure some of you know who we are, right? We're publicly traded, S&P 500, 40 years in the business. The one thing that all of these different marketplaces have in common, we connect our clients directly with the listing agent. So whether you have a commercial listing or if you're a renter searching for an apartment, you're being connected to the property manager or the listing agent. So the same concept for homes.com, we're connecting consumers directly with you.
And one other thing about those brands that they have in common, they're all either number 1 or number 2 in their own industry. So CoStar is number 1 for commercial real estate research. Luton is number 1 as a marketplace. 10X is the number 1 for auction, and apartments is number 1 for apartments, and so on and so forth. Currently, Homes is number 2. We say this to you because we've done this before, right? When we took over apartments, I think it was like number 5.
Yeah.
You guys remember when people went to find rentals back then, about 10 years ago? Where? It wasn't apartments.
West Side Rentals.
We bought that one too, but that was regional, national, think national. It was free. It's still around. Thank you. Who said it? It's rare I get that one. Yes, it was Craigslist. That's literally was the competition.
I remember the books.
Yeah.
Was it the penny saver?
Now you're going. You're going pre-internet.
Yeah, that goes way back. I'm aging
You
my.
know what? My mom actually worked for the penny saver.
Did she really?
She really did.
Yeah.
So bottom line is we're a reputable company, right? We have the experience, we have the know-how, we have the the drive to make sure, well, to continue working to become the #1 platform and just change what was done to this industry, which a lot of you have experienced, right? So we built the best site, right, connecting you directly with the listing agent. We have proprietary neighborhood content. So for all of your listings, if you searched on homes.com, you would see we have, it didn't catch up to me.
Yeah, it's a little behind.
Yeah.
Little lag behind the.
Yeah. But to my point, right? If you have a listing on homes.com, we have proprietary neighborhood content, right? Our goal there is to really educate the consumer on why. Like, why choose Torrance or Hawthorne or Hampton Park? What do people do for fun? Like, what do they dine? Like, we're trying to sell the sense of community to make that to make your job easier, right? To help that consumer reach a buying decision faster. And that's why our motto is like, we've done your homework, because we've done so much research and homework for the consumer that literally all they have to do is just reach out to you and take a tour and buy. So we've added in, I'll let it catch up. We've added all these different filters. It is literally the most agent-friendly website, consumer-friendly as well. A lot of agents that I know use this when their clients have questions or when trying to find the right home with all these different filters. I have a quick, like, 2-minute video just to bring it all together to give you some different examples of how consumers and agents use our platform. So I'll let it catch up, I guess. Or is it muted? Oh, how do we just get the volume?
The audio was good enough.
Oh, was it?
But it's gonna, we're gonna have to.
Check out the videos that we have. This is all our own content. It's all proprietary, and it's really, really cool if you're trying to explain a particular neighborhood to someone, because there's so much data there in terms of the schools and the parks and, you know, noise factor, crime factor, and everything else that goes with it.
So I had a video, but
Yeah.
but we'll just move past the video. So in a nutshell, right, we've built the best site. Now I'm going to talk about our marketing campaign. I mean, has everyone seen a commercial, or is there people?
I love your commercials. Yeah, they're funny.
Thank you.
The helicopter.
That's the old one.
Yeah.
That's an old one. We've released a new one for the Emmys. I don't know if anyone watched the Emmys with the picture frame, that were just the best website for searching for homes. So I'll play that at the end.
What about ads? Has anybody seen the ads when you go like on to read an article on your phone or, you know, different websites? Have you seen those ads too?
So really, we're investing $1 billion just into marketing to beat Zillow, right? To drive traffic to the site. So our goal is really to reach every single household. So I would be shocked if you guys haven't seen a commercial yet, because we're everywhere, literally. And we're doing everything to ensure consumers know about our brand and that we're the best platform to find a home, and connecting you directly with the listing agent, which our competitors are not. So we covered Super Bowl this year. We're covering Super Bowl next year. Literally every hit show, every high profile sporting event.
The Emmys, we just had a commercial doing the Emmys.
It's just catching on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Podcasts. I mean, literally everywhere. It's impossible to not see.
So over $1 billion that we're spending on marketing.
Places, but I don't remember where. I've seen many.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm on it all the time. I literally can't escape it on my iPhone. Anytime I go on the news, it's in the middle of all my articles.
Mm-hmm. So again, as of so far, keep in mind we have $1 billion budget. So far, we've invested $240 million, right? That's
More than the other three combined.
3 times of our competitors, right? And again, this is covering
Can I also say
everything.
why we can do this? We're profitable. We've been growing double digits for 20 years in a row. We're part of the S&P 500. We're part of the NASDAQ 100. Zillow is still not profitable 20 years after the launch.
That's because they bought all those properties.
And which is something we will never do. We don't do iBuying, we don't do brokering, we don't sell mortgages, we don't have advertisement on our website for Mazdas. We don't do any of that. We do
Yeah.
one thing and one thing only. We promote agents.
So your revenue is from subscribers? Do you do advertisement or how do you get your revenue?
From you all. Yeah. You would be our clients.
Mhm.
What about our fees?
What about your fees? What about them?
How much is?
We will not take any of your fees. We don't take commissions.
Yeah.
Never have in 40 years.
We make profit.
We charge you a monthly fee, a
To
subscription,
be a member.
very similar to LoopNet or CoStar
Or the MLS.
or the MLS, yeah.
Or the MLS.
But we're a for-profit company, so there's nothing to hide that. And as I said, we're profitable. Check out the stock, it's doing really well.
So how much is the charge?
The membership is based on,
Your last 3 years of history. So this is gonna factor in like how many listings you've done. So for instance, some of the guys have large teams. They're probably a little bit more expensive than everybody else. Prices will range as low as $100, and we've seen some top agents come on board where they're paying a couple of thousand per month, right? It's all depending on how active you are as an agent within the last 3 years.
and it's because what we will do for you, which you will continue
That's
going
it.
through, including the retargeting we'll do on other websites and the amount of space that your listings and your prior transactions will take on our website.
Yeah. Not to mention, we do own Matterport, so for every member agent, we come out and create 3D floor plans of the listing. So consumers can search your property virtually anytime, anywhere. And that's included in the membership.
We just bought Matterport like 2 months ago. It actually hasn't closed yet, but obviously we have an agreement to do this. So every time you pick up a listing, your Matterport will be included for members.
Mhm. Not the full photo shoot, just the 3D virtual
The
floor
3D
plan.
virtual part, yeah.
I'm assuming that's gonna come out in package, you know. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we have about 148 million people searching on our network today. So we're literally the fastest growing website. And it's because of course, our big marketing campaign and the fact that we're buying up Google Words and more importantly, the commercials, et cetera, which is really driving traffic. And I would say the experience, most people that search on homes.com like the experience and they tend to not go back to Zillow. So that's how we're driving traffic there. So the math is simple, right? We have a better website, we have a better philosophy, and in turn, we have a massive audience, which will only benefit you, the agent, to get you more eyes and offers on your listings. All right, so as far as the membership benefits, right? As Arya mentioned, everyone has an account, right? As a member, your listings will sort to the top. So whenever you have a listing, they're gonna sort to the top. So out of 600 listings or however many they are, think about it. Consumers are not searching pages of listings, right? We put in our criteria, there are probably 200 results or maybe 100 or something, right? Your property's right at the top to be considered first. Not only that, right, you'll be at the top of our agent directory. So if a consumer is researching agents in an area, you're right at the top. So how do you stand out amongst 1,000 agents that's done a deal in South Bay or 2,000 that's done a deal in South Bay, right? So we make sure you're at the top, you're branded well, so you can be considered. Anytime a consumer search the neighborhood or a school zone, which is important for families, you're still branded in those areas. So you're branded in the communities and school zones where you work and operate. Not only that, when a consumer saves a search, I'm speaking faster than the example, but when a consumer saves a search and has alerts set up, we're gonna make sure you're branded as agents that specialize in the area that they're looking. Making sure, considering that you have a deal in that area, of course. Right, so for your rentals, how many people have rentals? So you automatically get those pushed out to apartments.com, Westside Rentals, and our full apartments network.
No
Free of
additional charge included within your membership.
Mhm. So we'll cover your listings for sale, and then we'll also cover the rentals and make sure those have placement on apartments.com. Right, so apartments.com has 50 million people searching for an apartment there. And then as far as the retargeting, so how does that work? When a consumer clicks on your profile or your listing and goes to CNN, ESPN, Fox, right? Your brand is still there. So our job is to keep you on top of the minds of the consumers that have clicked on your listing or your profile, right? Any questions on that? Normally, okay, that's pretty straightforward. Good, great.
It's a very expensive type of marketing to do,
Yeah.
right? Follow someone's ISP around the internet and then keep putting those ads back. But obviously, we know how to do it, because we've been doing it on the commercial side for a while.
So 3D floor plan, we're gonna come out and create a 3D floor plan for every single listing that you have for sale. This will allow consumers, as I mentioned, to just tour the property virtually, and it's almost like you're there. So I look in Chicago to buy investment properties. This is great because I don't have to go there. I'm from there, but I know the area, so I can easily just tour and look out the window and see things as if I'm there. So just a quick comparison, right? A quick recap, right? So everyone has an account. The membership is all about branding and making sure you're relevant and creating more reach for you, right? All your listings are at the top. That's the Google effect, just keep you at the top because people don't really click on multiple pages. So your listings are at the top, which will impress your sellers. You have priority placement when it comes to researching other agents. And then if folks search neighborhoods or school districts, which most people do, especially if you don't know the area, you're branded as an expert in that area as well. So as long as you've done one deal, you're branded in those areas. Now, our competitors will probably sell you a zip code, but we're going to give you access. We're going to pretty much give you placement wherever you've done one deal in the last 5 years. So as far as the reach, right, our members are reaching 78,000 prospects. I don't know who here is probably investing in like postcards and little mailers. I get those from time to time. I just think this is a much better investment for your money because you're reaching more people quickly, right? Non-members will probably reach just about 1,000 prospects. As a member, right, 300% more listing shares, 87% more favorites. If you have a listing now, I would encourage you to look at your listing on Zillow, look at your views and shares, and then go to homes.com to look at your listings and your views and shares, right? I'm confident we would probably have more because we're actively investing into the platform. So all of this to say, members enjoy, right, hundreds of millions of buyers and sellers searching homes. Members stay on top of the mind of those consumers. Members sell their homes faster for more money. And now, members win 50% more listings. This is just, oh, this is good. I actually want to play this one. This is a focus group from an agent that's using homes.com, and she's just explaining how she uses our marketing solution to win listings. Basically, right? As a member, you have listings, they're gonna sort to the top. So we're not here to replace your prospecting effort. So whatever you do in the prospect, we encourage you to continue to do that, right? All we're saying is that if you're prospecting, you want to at least tell people, well, go ahead, search in South Bend. I have the top listing. Go look at every other listing there and look at the activity. You can see that I have the top listing with the most activity. Then that seller becomes curious, like how? And then you get to incorporate our marketing solution in your listing pitch. And the other piece of the presentation was handouts. So as a member, we work with you on your listing presentations. We give you seller leave behind so you can leave behind materials. But our goal is to help you win more listings because that's the focus in this industry today. No questions.
When looking for the listing and you're guiding someone, whether they've been on their computer or on their phone, where exactly can they see how many viewings? The house, yeah,
You have.
I'm on it now.
Yeah, if you just scroll down, you should be able to see like your activity, not all of it down. But where the normal activity right below your name. So, right,
Keep in mind, you can set up a search for a client who's connected with you and then share that with them. So if they've told you what they're looking for, set up the search. When the
There's my name.
new listings come, you will both get alerted.
I would need to look this up. That's-
You guys can stay after the team meeting too to answer additional questions too as well, right?
Will do, absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Here, what are the volume? Is
Yes,
that what it is?
yes. So the price could change in the future
Okay.
based on how many listings you have and how many deals you've closed in the last 5 years. If you go up or down based on those two variables.
But it's you're not going.
Yes, it's good for the term that you sign up for. We actually do it on 6 months or 1 year.
Like a new agent, like newer agent, would be like newer agent, starting to, like have.
If you have no listings and no deals in the past, you're
Yeah.
probably looking at the lowest price point, which is about $100 per month. What I would suggest in that situation, because you're not going to appear in any of your results.
Yeah.
What you need to do now is make sure the people you are talking to are connected with you on homes.com and searching here. Because that's the value that you're getting out of it, which is every listing has my name on it,
Yeah.
right? Go ahead.
Do you work with teams and how do you know?
It's an agent to agent kind of
So it's not a
situation,
team.
yeah. So the entire team could sign up or one member from the team could sign up. Whoever has the listings on. Huh?
You couldn't promote a team.
No, I mean, I've seen but I've seen
Yeah.
people do all kinds of stuff, like put stuff in the bio or take a group picture and kind of promote and sell as a team.
A lot of the team leads have the listings, I think, as a primary contact. So typically they would sign up and then just push out the leads to whoever's listing it is.
I also noticed, because I use homes.com a lot, that sometimes listings don't come up right away as quick as Zillow or Redfin. So when we see something that's soon or just hit the market, we'll go to homes and we won't see it there, but we'll see it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing something about that?
That's news to me.
Okay.
So I would like to go research that. I can have it follow up with you. I have not heard that before, that we're smaller than the other two sites, pulling from the MLS. So that's surprising. Any other questions? Okay.
All right, awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. Great information, right? You know, just another avenue in how you can tap into opportunities, right? You know, especially with Zillow taking a lot of market share. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Next, we got our listing pitches and buyer needs. Listing pitches and buyer needs. Anyone? I know Champagne. She wanted to, yeah, Eric.
I have a lease in Hermosa Beach, 2-bed, 1-bath, over on Manhattan Avenue in Pier, right by the beach for 4,300. That's 950 square feet. And I have a duplex coming up in San Pedro on 15th Street, 3-bed, 2-bath, and 2-bed, 1-bath for around 200,000.
Beautiful. Awesome. Anyone else? Champagne.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's her computer. Okay, so you have to stand up.
You can, yeah.
Okay, so I have 2 listings. One is in Van Nuys. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And it's super clean. Bring your cereal and milk and you can eat it out of the toilet bowl. That's how I live. That's serious. You're never gonna forget that. And it's available now, and it's the lowest priced property in all of in the complex. And in that neighborhood, it's awesome. The second listing I have is in Torrance. It just went live last night. And technically, they've known this property to be a 4-bedroom, whatever reason, it says 3 bedrooms, so we're trying to do our due diligence to figure out what happened. 2 baths, it's got a swimming pool, it's just under 2,000 square feet. And it's over on the southeast side of Torrance, just like really close to Sepulveda. And I wanna invite everyone to a breakfast between, I know, 11 and 12, but look at his dessert, okay? Pancake breakfast, so anybody that wants a flyer, please get one from me. And that was a super steal, because the other houses that are kind of this look are had sold for 1.4, but because the property needs some updating, we listed it for 1.249. So it's a really, really outstanding property, and I've already got some interest of people calling. And then lastly, what I want to say, I'm not a politician, but when you go to vote no on 33. If you know anything about what's going on with 30, how many people know what's going on with 33? You know, 1, 2, okay, real quick, I just want to say, just real quick. So basically what they're doing is if there was a, well, as you know, we have this rent control thing going on, right? And it went through and it's freaked everybody out in the apartment building world, right? So if you think the stuff hit the fan already, this is just gonna make matters worse, because what they're proposing is that there's not enough housing for people that can afford it, but this particular proposition applies to houses and condos. And there was an initiative called Costa Hawkins, and any houses that were built before 1995 didn't really have this to deal with, because it was kind of on a local scale. But now it's like, oh, they wanna go after this. Well, you know, as you know, there's still investors out there and they're buying houses as well because they're doing ADUs. So if you care about your business, and forget about the fact that if you voted, your taxes are just gonna go up because someone's gotta manage the whole thing. But when you go out there and talk to your clients, make sure you tell each one what this is all about, because they're gonna vote just because they think they care about the people that don't have a place to live. And the reality is, if they don't have a place to live, there's other circumstances other than the housing. There are usually other, if you take that number, right? So just tell your clients to go out there and vote. No, but tell them why, because it's really applying to houses and condos. And if they're looking to purchase a house and or even a condo or rent out an ADU, this is gonna apply to
Champagne,
them.
let's put it aside for now.
That's it.
So if you want to vote, or if you want to talk to Champagne after, that would be great. I just gotta finish up with the team meeting and respect everyone's time. Anyone else? Yeah, go ahead.
I have something.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Hi.
Hey, Katrina, how are you?
Hi, it's good. Sorry, I'm not there. I'm working on something, but me, Manny, and Simon had a conversation. I don't know if it was earlier this week or last week in regards to doing open houses. I expressed to the company that, hey, we need to be doing more open houses. Open houses are very important. It's how I pretty much started my career. I'm really, really excellent at doing them. And so what we decided as a team, we're gonna come together and I'm gonna host an open house class there at the office in the training room. So give it a couple of weeks and look out for the announcement, but I'm gonna show you all the ins and outs of the open house. It's not just standing there looking pretty, but there is so much that you should be doing when you do an open house. So look out for that to come through on the email. And thanks, Manny, and thanks, Simon, for helping us get that done.
Absolutely. Thanks, Katrina. Nikki.
We have 2 lease needs in North Redondo.
Speak up a little louder for the people on Zoom.
Bedrooms or a 3-bedroom plus an office.
Okay.
Preferably over 1,700 square feet. North Redondo, it's really important. Under 6,500.
Got it. Okay, awesome. Anyone else? Yes,
I got a listing that just came live.
All right.
today. It's
Awesome.
my first listing.
congratulations. Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know, it's a 2-on-1 lot in Manhattan Beach. It's a very big lot, a very huge house. It's detached, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, for 2.595 million. So it's a big ticket item, but I'm very excited, to be listing.
That's
I'm big, I'm the owner. They work hard, so. It's my husband, he wants us.
Awesome. Anyone else?
I know, based on Westchester, it is gonna be coming up the beginning of next month. We're gonna, it's gonna be delivered vacant 2 units for 1.4 possible ADU in the garage, prior to be their diligence and verify, of course, sorry, nervous. But anyway, yeah, so she is confirmed that we're ready to put in the market, so we can buy it one.
Beautiful. Awesome.
What are the 2 bedrooms?
It's, well, call her, she has that info.
Yeah, reach out to her, please.
Reach out to her. Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
All right.
It is.
I appreciate it. All right, we have to continue. We have a few more minutes before 1 o'clock, so to respect your time. Fernando, if you can come up here, let's give them a round of applause and give us some updates on lender updates.
Okay.
No Trader Joe's.
We're trying to keep everybody slim. But I do have a quick one for you. Anyway, quickly, guys, as you guys know, since the Fed made their cut, nothing really much has changed. Rates have remained fairly stable. The markets, I think, are awaiting more economic needs to come forward, like the jobs report on Friday, and then we'll see what the Fed does. But right now, there's not a lot of activity, or I should say noise with the Fed, other than future cuts are coming. The other thing too that's important, at least going into next year, even now, we're still doing it with some of our investors, is the Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan limits are going up from 766 and change to 802 or 803 and change for a single family. So that helps, obviously, especially with our prices. And the reason why I say that is because I will tell you right now, CAR just came out with their forecast for next year, and things look very good for us if this is, to come into fruition, shall we say. So for example, they're expecting a rise in sales, and this is only the single family homes, guys. So if you book in units, that would be a bigger number, but they're concentrating on SFRs, condos, and townhouses for the most part. And they're expecting a rise of 10.4%, 10.5 over this past year. So that's tremendous amount more business for all of you guys out there. This is keep in mind, this is a state, not locally, but that's a big push up. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the median price. Unfortunately, well, I think it's fortunately, but it's expected to go up 4.6%. They're expecting the median price in California next year to be $909,400. That is up from $869,500 this year and $814,000 back in 2023. So you guys can see the models of where things are going. And lastly, which I think is important, and obviously, who knows who their soothsayer is on this, but rates. They're predicting a rate in the 5s next year for the most part, high 5s, but that's a big plus. Okay, because if conforming regular rates are in the high 5s, government loans are going to be in the low 5s. So that's a big help to her. Good point. And that's it.
It's awesome. Thanks, Fernando. So we got upcoming events. So next slide, please. Here we go. Just a friendly reminder, we have Ignite tomorrow, making and receiving offers with Brandon being the instructor for tomorrow. I will be teaching the session 18, the negotiations next week. Next slide. And a friendly reminder again, Thursday, October 24th, 5:30 and 8:30, we're going to have our Halloween party here. So please, love to see you in your costumes. This is one of our biggest events other than our Christmas event. It's one that you don't want to miss. Again, Thursday, October 24th. Next slide. We have a free headshot event, okay, sponsored by My NHD, Jose Lopez. So if you're interested in getting a free headshot, that'll be October 10th at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It'll be here at the office. Professional photographer, high quality headshots. and some light appetizers as well. So again, mark your calendar for that event. Next slide. I'm super stoked and excited. Jason Abram he's the head of industry and learning at the KW International. He's going to be on our producer's mindset. Okay, very rare, and this is like kind of like a Gary Keller. You know, he's one of my favorite entrepreneurs, and he is going to be on the producer's mindset on Friday, October 25th. And that's at 8 o'clock, okay, 8 o'clock to 8:30, okay? Love to see. It's been a big push to get the region, so there's gonna be a lot of people on this call, all right? He always brings some great nuggets to the conversation, so mark your calendars. Next slide. All right, I have the ethics. So by popular demand, this is similar to what Career Compass provides. We're going to have it here at the office. The Code of Ethics and Standard of Practice, Thursday, November 7th, 1:30 to 4:30. Okay, so it's a 3-hour course. You must be here physically or on Zoom registered in order to get your certificate to be in compliance with the NAR. With that being said, you cannot be late, and if you leave early, you will not get your credit. Okay. So the office has put this together. We're going to have a live instructor teaching the curriculum, the Code of Ethics, Article 17, Standard of Practice, the Code of Ethics versus the DRE required ethics, and then the 3 areas of the NAR Code of Ethics, and much, much more. Okay, so if you're interested, please make sure you RSVP now. Okay, because it's going to be packed house. All right, again, Thursday, November 7th. So you got about a month to register for this. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. I
Yeah.
took it through Career Compass.
If you took it, then you're okay. You don't have to. If you already taken it in the past and you're in compliance, don't worry, you don't have to take it. But these are the ones that you don't have your compliance with NAR. Okay, next slide. All right, and that concludes our team meeting. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Have a great